Welcome back to the Pawlywood Pawdcast with
Two Paws.
We're here with some special guests today. This is Ruby, a dog, and
I can't wait to hear Ruby's take on the film. Oh, I'm Taylor, a human.
Yes, Annie, want to introduce yourself? What's your deal?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Taylor. I'm from New York. I live in Los Angeles, California. I am an actor, director, and mainly right now in my life, I am working on children's entertainment. So I am in a live CoComelon show, and I also have my own bilingual children's musical. So I'm very excited to talk about, yes, that one, CoComelon.
That's what it's supposed to say.
Very excited to talk about a children's classic book / film, and how it relates to animals and AI alligators.
This is kind of a lot of the movies that we find. It's hard to find movies that fit the theme of this podcast that aren't children's media.
Yes.
So we thought you would fit right in as a guest with your expertise.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and so the movie you selected was Lyle, Crocodile from 2022, I believe.
That feels right.
You can tell how much research that we did on this movie. And you had seen it, sort of.
Yeah, I watched it with some kids I was babysitting, but it was watching it a little bit, then they climbed on top of me, and then we paused it, and then we played it. I never saw the ending because they had to go to bed before that, so I was glad I could really watch it with some adults.
Yeah.
As it's meant to be watched.
As it's meant to be watched.
Shannon and I had never seen it.
No, and this is the first one that I feel like we've done in a while that is a pretty explicitly kids and family movie that came out in our adulthood.
Yeah.
Paddington, I feel like is more for everyone, and that came out a few years before this too. This is this missed us by a lot.
Yes.
But it had kind of its own life and internet culture.
I do feel like there was a lot of adult
Themes.
humor and themes in it too,
Yeah.
though. I feel like there was a lot that would go over kids' heads. So they were
Yeah.
trying to kind of cater to all audiences a little bit. I
That's
don't know if that was
true.
successful or not. We'll talk, but
I appreciated it.
yeah,
I thought it gave it kind of a unique charm
yeah.
that I didn't expect.
But I mean, to start off, what are we wearing today? You go ahead. You
I
go
feel like
first.
they're all self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I am wearing a stripy LSD-ish green dress because crocodiles.
Very nice.
Does feel like
I've got green pants, but mostly I have my Lyle Crocodile shirt that I got because I liked that he had a cat. All I knew about him was that he was a crocodile. I didn't really know. I just thought it was cute, and he did have a cat in the movie. And then I also decided to bring a pair of red tights to make a scarf, like his red scarf.
Aww,
It's a good outfit, honestly.
it is very cute.
I have worn this outfit, not in this setting. Yeah.
All I really knew going into this was that the poster is him in the bath, and he's always in the bath, and I was right. Half the scenes are just somebody's in the bath. So
Sometimes more than one person.
sometimes
or
there's
animal in the
a
bath.
romantic we're eating caviar together in the bath.
Yeah.
Which sure. So I'm also in the bath. Yeah, I thought about doing kind of a Florida theme as we discussed, because we don't have crocodiles so much, but we have alligators. But I was like, oh, that's not it's a different thing. But then there's a whole scene in the movie where they're all just wearing Gators merchandise. So,
But I like
It
the
was.
red. But
Thank you.
My other idea was to be Shawn Mendes in something, so I googled Shawn Mendes outfits, assuming that he had some moment in his life that was memorable fashion wise, and pretty much everything was just normal guy outfit. There was it him or was it somebody else that one time that was walking, went on a walk and looked really just kind of lazy, and it was a
I
thing.
think maybe him and Camila.
Yeah,
Maybe.
could have been him, could have been another celebrity.
He might have gone
couple.
on a walk.
But it was
Might have some
even
point in
that.
his life.
Even that, I'm that's a good T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, he didn't have any good iconic outfits. We couldn't pull last time where we went with one of the actors' looks. last time, because we did Paddington and Nicole Kidman's the villain, we both dressed as the Nicole ad.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't think that there's anything about this movie that makes sense.
No.
But like in the best and worst way?
Yeah, it's like, it is just what it is, and it's kind of just random.
Yeah, I kind of liked that though, because like most kid stuff is like so hit you over the head with what the moral of the story is, and I was like,
I don't know what this means.
And like, is the moral of the story you don't need to be friends with people because you can be friends with crocodiles? Like,
is it follow your dreams? It was like, oh, all you need is family, but he did have to still perform at the end.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fame doesn't matter. This other guy shouldn't have been forcing you to do this, and then he forced him to do it too.
Yeah, stage fright goes away when the cops are there.
Right, that makes it less scary.
You should eat out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
TikTok will make you successful.
Wait, I think I've got it actually.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was like, don't be afraid and don't have asthma.
Oh.
Because
that's good.
He was like a little nervous boy with asthma, and then he was like, actually, no, you should go out at night in the streets of New York City and go dumpster diving, and that's okay.
It was like a big 180 from like, I'm scared of crosswalks to like, we're going out at night.
In like 5 seconds.
In the alley.
Yeah. And like, oh, this guy tried to mug him by being like, give me your phone or make me do it. And that was this whole mugging line, and then the crocodile came to his rescue, so therefore no one can mug you in New York. Moral of the story.
That's probably true if you have a crocodile. Yeah, that might be strikingly effective.
That's like the big dog effect.
Yeah.
You have a big dog.
Yeah.
You feel safe. And he's kind of a big dog.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Big dog that runs like this. His little arms. He runs like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a T-Rex. Like when he stands up with his tiny little arms.
Well, should we get into the recap?
I guess.
Taylor, I like to ask all the guests just for a little reassurance. Did you like the pun names?
Oh, I love the pun names. They're so cute. I love it.
When somebody says no.
I'm gonna say, oh, that's too bad.
I'm looking at my list to find which one is my favorite. They're all pretty good.
I think Yay or Nay is the best. Personally.
Oh, I just got it because Nay like a horse.
Thanks.
It's very cerebral.
Wait, but I feel like, what was that one? What's the yay or nay again?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, because usually we do
I
true or
think
false,
I was
but
confused.
We kind of do it's kind of any trivia.
I was confused why it was called yay or nay, and then it was true or false. Though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so if it's true, it's
like
yay,
yes
and if
or
it's
no.
not, it's
Oh, I see. So we're like, yes, we're like Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Let's get into the recap. This movie opens, for a movie about Lyle the crocodile, it's really not.
Yeah.
He somehow is the protagonist and not at the same time.
Yeah, Josh is
the
protagonist.
do a lot.
Yeah. But even that, I'm like, we don't meet him forever.
The crocodile's like, okay, sorry, this is like a really tangential connection, but you've seen Bridge to Terabithia?
Yes.
So it's like Leslie in Bridge to Terabithia. It's like the one that comes in and just like changes something and helps the protagonist like change in a way.
Sometimes the most interesting character is the one who causes change in everyone else and isn't the protagonist, I guess. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because would you say that Lyle changed?
Yeah, I feel like Lyle is more static.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Lyle
He
and
did learn to perform.
I guess so.
Kind of, but like under like force
Under
of like,
duress.
if you don't do this right now, you will be taken to
That
jail.
is true. He did a lot of singing about accepting yourself, and I don't really he.
Who is he though?
Who is he?
Yeah.
Who is
like
the boy?
Paddington Bear, I had a very clear sense of as a character.
I think it's because he doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's true.
And he sings, but it's kind of reminded me of like Bumblebee in Transformers, where to talk he just plays songs, and so it's like he's like, oh, what do I say? I can't talk. Let me sing an original song. I'm like, so you're talking but just singing it.
The only way he can express himself is through music,
I guess. Yeah, so it opens
with a bang. It opens with Javier Bardem bursting through a doorway into
he's
a
like
world of music and dance.
He's like a magician.
Yeah, with like a bowler hat.
And he keeps trying to get on America's Got Talent.
Well, show us what you got.
Show us what you got, which is
America's Got
Talent. And he breaks in and tries to audition. And clearly he's done this before because they're like, bro, you gotta stop.
Which I'm still confused as to how he did get on, but then the other dancer children were in the finale, but...
They never showed us anyone. I guess Lyle, sure, he could do well on that show. But they never really showed us anyone that would be doing well.
Yeah.
There was no competition.
They all work together at the end to form a super act.
But yeah, so he's there and he gets kicked out, and then they're like, you gotta do something new. Right?
I was just like, maybe that's the moral of everyone should work together.
Oh.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so he's like, you've got to do something new.
Something new, and his immediate thought is, what if I went and got like a better animal than a bird for my magic act?
Yeah, like he didn't know there was going to be a singing crocodile at the
like,
animal store.
What's the most interesting animal I could put under my hat that also I could afford right now and wouldn't bite me?
And it will sit there while I sing it. It's giving like Gremlins, like going into the shop scene. There's like there's a mysticism about this pet store that it feels, it definitely feels like shady. But then Cardi B is playing on the radio. And I knew this would be a musical, but I didn't know like what type of music they were gonna go for. And what I learned was that they didn't pick a type of music ever. They just said, here's what we licensed, fit it all in. More even than Alvin and the Chipmunks, which was already really all over the place. This one is like our introduction to the character is he's singing I Like It Like That by Cardi B.
Also, like, musical is like, it's a strong term.
Yeah.
It's a movie with some songs that are sung by one character occasionally.
And they're never, it's never like, typical musical structure of like, oh, you need like the opening number and then you need like an I Want song. It's like here's a random moment he could sing.
Yeah, it's like a jukebox musical, but normally those have like a theme that ties the songs
And there
together.
was like a song in the opening and then literally no song for like the first 30 minutes of the movie.
And then he sang for like a half an hour straight.
With like no dialogue in between.
Yeah, the weirdest was that one part where you guys were like, this should be a song. Like,
there were a lot of parts that should have been a song. I think part of the problem too was that the casting is just strange.
Confusing.
Because I guess Javier Bardem is probably a bigger name. But a lot of the other cast, it's like, you cast people, I feel like you either gotta cast people at that level of stardom that can really sing, or you gotta cast big names and be like, sure, whatever, they're there because they're a name.
Right.
These are like people that are not like big draws to a movie, but also can't sing in a way that's like offering anything.
I was like, no one does a bad job, but it's kind of like, how did we end up with this assortment of people?
Well, also no one really sings except for...
I know.
Constance Wu has like a whole musical number, but and Javier Bardem kind of does.
He kind of does, and then like the boy sings at the end, kind of.
But again, it's like, if you're gonna make a musical, I feel like pick people that would sing more and then give more songs to other people.
Well, it was like Greatest Showman vibes, and they had Patrick and Paul writing the music, which is amazing because they're like awesome, like Dear Evan Hansen and all that kind of stuff. But then they like so underutilized it. And then it wasn't Greatest Showman where there's like a song every 5-10 minutes. It was like only one character sings ever,
and that's all he does.
Yes.
I was thinking about do you remember who your commencement speaker was?
Yes. Oh my God, what's his name? I love him from Community. The Spanish teacher.
Oh, Ken Chung?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it was so awesome.
Ours was Constance Wu.
What?
Yeah, and I was trying to remember if she talked about Lyle, Crocodile.
I don't think she
I don't think we explained that we know each other from college, but Taylor was 1 year below us. But yeah, our Cornell commencement speaker was Constance Wu, and I was trying to remember if she talked about Lyle, Crocodile, but I guess that would have been coming out like that year.
It would have been coming out, yeah.
And I definitely don't think she highlighted that as
no. Greatest achievement.
Yeah. Love with the Crocodile.
She is.
It's a big choice that they...
But then the dad, like, called her up for it, which was interesting. Like, I was like, oh, this is, like, a subtle, like, okay, we're just reading into it kind of thing. Like, people are joking about it, whatever. But then the dad was like, you're so happy. Is there something I should know? Are you seeing someone else? Like,
Yeah,
whoa.
what?
Yeah, the one other thing that I had heard about this movie, other than that he's just in the bath all the time, was that there's like a lot of like sexual tension between Constance Wu and the crocodile. And I was like, surely this is like, people are reading into this. It's probably like unintentional subtext. It's not. It's not subtext.
Fully...
It's part of the movie. Like, she's drawing pictures of him, and the husband comes up and goes, "That's weird." Like,
He's like posing like, paint me like one of your French crocodiles.
He's like taking over as like the dad of the family, and then the actual dad has all these scenes where he's like sitting upstairs trying to sleep while they're all partying. And that kind of was, that it was a lot more of a prominent and like deliberate story element than I expected.
Yeah.
Which was also interesting because I'm also like, what are you trying to like tell here? Because the dad was, I mean, he was boring, but he was like fine. Like, he was a good dad seemingly, and like was a good husband. Like, I feel like this would make more sense if the whole point of the movie was like he was like neglecting his son and he was a terrible husband, and then the crocodile like gives him the father he never had. But
that
like,
was interesting that like I feel like a lot of these where it's like, I mean, I'm thinking because we just watched Paddington, of like random animal comes in to save the family. The family is actively dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Where like people aren't getting along, like the parents and kids don't understand each other. Maybe there's like multiple siblings that don't like each other. And then the animal comes in and is like, what if we were a family, and like now, like, because I'm kind of the glue bringing us together. This family seemed fine.
yeah,
There truly was like, Constance Wu seemed kind of like sad. But
she's sad
wasn't...
because she's so healthy.
Yeah.
That
like,
was
she was like, I used to be like a chef, but like now, like, I'm trying to be healthy, so I can't be a chef.
She's like, now I'm a healthy chef, but they don't want to eat her breakfast that she makes because it's not like full of sugar.
Oh, this is it. That's so funny. Was it not going?
no.
Well, there'll be just a black screen.
I mean, I'm like watching. I just don't know when it.
Yeah. I mean, we have the
Oh,
sound.
it's still recording the audio. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like it ended very early.
Oh no.
Can I just use yours?
Yeah,
I don't know
here.
what's going on.
Apologies for presumably a couple minutes of a black screen.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a couple minutes of crocodile videos, is what
You're
gonna
right.
get.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
They sang.
The reason his name is Lyle.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's like
There's a
red
sign
hair.
that says crocodile, but there's like dust on it in a way that looks like it says Crocodile. And he's like,
Whoa, Lyle, that's your name, I guess.
I get it. I did not get that before. Okay, that's cool. cool.
But then, so he brings him home and he's like trying to get him to sing, and then we get the iconic little la 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 from the that I feel like was such a meme.
I'm sad that I like missed out on that. I don't.
It
remember
just was
ever
like,
seeing the
because
video.
the trailer came out and everyone was like, "Why is this a thing?
Yeah.
Why is Shawn Mendes?" Because they were really pushing Shawn Mendes as Lyle, and everyone was like, "But
why?
But why?
Yeah.
Why did we need this?
I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean, we were talking because he, for at least that kind of opening scene and montage, is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird to have like adult Shawn Mendes' voice coming out.
Because it's such a pop star voice.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, when it's Ariana Grande and Wicked, I'm like, she has enough range to do other things where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Shawn Mendes is just a pop
I think because it's just Shawn Mendes. Yeah.
It's pop star and it's heavily auto-tuned.
Yeah.
Like, my gosh. Yeah.
So it really does feel like, that he's just kind of, the crocodile is there and somebody's playing a Shawn Mendes song.
It's like he swallowed a
background.
radio.
But yeah, so they sang, and it's unclear to me the whole time, kind of still, that if Javier Bardem, if it's like a Tangled situation where he's like, I've adopted this child because he has talent that I want for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want this fame, and that's how I'm going to get it. Or if he's like...
lonely.
If he actually cares about the crocodile.
Yeah. It was very... He's Dave and Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunks. And this movie is just Alvin and the Chipmunks plus Paddington equals Lyle.
Yes. But yeah, so they go to sing, and Lyle is like, afraid stage fright, he can't sing. And so everyone's like, you loser, you brought a crocodile on stage who dances.
No one's
Right.
impressed by
Also,
the
yeah.
crocodile.
Also, there's like a standing crocodile in a tux, and he still like makes a noise on cue. I'm like, that's still pretty darn impressive. I don't know if you guys see
Right?
standing crocodiles on stage in your daily life,
Like
but
I
I don't.
Like I think if I went to that show and I paid, I wouldn't. I mean, I'd be kind of disappointed. I'd be like, he was supposed to sing, I guess. But I'd also be like, I mean, he's a crocodile, and also he is still dancing. I wouldn't get up and leave.
Right.
Like so many
Yeah.
people like
It's,
booed
like,
and walked out.
Yeah. Also, they laughed when he made the noise. It was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, now you're enjoying it, but you're leaving?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I would stay to watch Javier Bardem like have a breakdown about why his crocodile isn't singing.
Uh-huh.
More
Like,
interesting.
it's in Alvin and the Chipmunks. The box full of scared chipmunks, I'm like, yeah, he's having a breakdown. This is not impressive.
Yeah.
This is definitely, like, a step up from that.
Yes.
You know?
Because he's like sold his house to try to buy this theater or whatever.
Yeah.
That I didn't. That's
It's just
something
like-
he somehow gives his house away.
I didn't know what happened.
Gives it away, but then also has a clause in the contract that he can come back and stay there for 15 days every year without notice. What?
New York.
But yeah, so he goes, he like, then like it goes badly, and then Javier Bardem is like, goodbye, I'm leaving, I'll be back soon, and then it goes 18 months later.
Most importantly, though, he leaves him with headphones and an iPod.
Oh yeah, you're right. To listen
No
to music.
food.
No food, just
anything.
iPod and headphones,
Mhm.
and the crocodile like puts them on, which is interesting. But yeah, so then he's just kind of living in the attic, and then eventually this house, giant house for New York, is bought by the family.
Who the dad is? They're moving there because the dad is going to be the head of the math department at a high school, and like we said, like the mom is a chef, or has cookbooks and doesn't have them anymore.
Yeah, I really assumed that with her painting, that she was gonna write a book about Lyle the crocodile. And
yeah.
use those illustrations.
Oh,
and that
makes sense.
truly, she just put them on the wall, which,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's really good because it's like kids drawing that you put on the fridge type of energy, but it's like
The
they're
mom
all
did
done by
it.
the mom and they're hung in the stairwell. And it's like
That is
100
very,
pictures of
my
Lyle.
dad, at some point I don't remember when or why, but he was just like, I'm putting things up on, like we had never had anything on our like stairway. Maybe it was during COVID. And he went and got all of his like plaques from when he was a like coach of our sports team. So it's like our like second grade soccer team, like first grade t-ball team, where all of them it's like, thanks Jamie for being a coach, and then a picture of the team on a plaque, and he put like 15 of them up the stairwell, and they're still there.
Right.
But that's kind of what I'm like,
Yeah.
parent being like, look at what I did. Yeah, they're still there. So now we have like the shrine to his coaching days. It's a weird day. Just that they're all next to each other.
Yeah.
Too, I think is really unhinged.
So, well, okay, so the family moves in. The
Yeah.
kid is like really into like statistics of crime, and he's scared. He does not want to move to New York. And they meet their neighbor, who is Martin from Fleabag, who is maybe the
that's why I
best.
know him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's the only casting that makes sense.
Yes.
He is pitch perfect in this role.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only one where I'm like, yes, it had to be that guy.
Yeah, literally.
You know.
Especially because he has a cat.
Yeah, he's like the crotchety neighbor with the cat and like the
cat.
sweater.
The weird CGI cat.
It's scary.
So strange.
It reminded
Just
me
use
a
a
lot
real
of,
cat.
Did either of you guys see Argyle?
Yes,
No.
it did look
It
like the
looked
cat in
like
Argyle.
that.
Yes,
Where
it
it's
did.
like CG smooshed face cat.
Yes. Cats exist in real life, so I
They
don't know why
do.
they didn't
They
just get
do.
one.
Yeah, the cat didn't have to do a lot other than I guess at the end it was like dancing, but it could have just
You
been
could
could've
make
not,
a dance,
not
a cat
yet.
dance. Yeah.
I mean, they could even go more of like I feel like a lot of the like Air Bud movie, like even the Buddies with the little dogs, they use a real dog and they kind of animate the mouth. Like,
yeah.
use a real animal and
Yeah.
like short animate the eyes a little. To have
right.
more expression.
But like the
It's
body
too
being
animated.
CGI was weird.
Yeah.
Like
It was
the
like a
eyes
worm.
are too big and cartoony. One of my favorite moments in the movie was when he's sitting in bed and he's like got his Alexa and he's like, every time there's a noise, like, what was that? And the robot is like, that was a tire. What was that? That was a taxi. And then there's like a big thunk from upstairs through the vent and he's like, what was that? And Alexa goes, I have no idea what that was. Cue Lyle upstairs.
Yeah. And
Who
so,
has just been living in this attic for 18 months?
Yeah.
With like no food,
he's
like
fine.
right.
18 months is just such a... I understand animals grow fast. It's such a random amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like...
I know, why not just 2 years? 1 year?
Yeah.
A number of years.
Or like, yeah, more years.
Yeah.
It's like enough time that it is really wild that he left this crocodile there.
Yeah, and I didn't really understand where he went or like
No.
if he was coming back or like what was going on.
Right. Also, like the house was sold, and the realtor was like, "Oh, the previous owner left some stuff in the attic."
Yeah, don't worry about it though.
Right. Like, did she look in the attic before selling the house, and did she see that there was a crocodile there? Is that what stuff she's talking about?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I think he said, like, if anyone comes, pretend to be stuff. So I feel like he just was really still and quiet in the box that they
I would
had
still
for that
be
very
like,
occasion.
hey guys,
Right.
do you want this taxidermied crocodile or should I get rid of that?
Yeah.
right.
Like that probably shouldn't be their responsibility to like get rid of all of this stuff.
Oh, I would hate that if I like moved into a house and then there was a taxidermy crocodile in the
no.
attic. A singing one, okay, but like a stuffed crocodile.
That's where we
What
know.
about
you.
somewhere in the middle? One where you push a button and then it's...
No, that's worse.
Like
that
your
reminds me of your
McDonald's
fish,
fish.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, so the family's there. They're, like, dysfunctional in, like, a way
Like,
that they're
kind
just
of.
a normal family.
Yeah.
And they just moved, so everyone's a little, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't
Uneasy.
understand the mom, and like we were talking about this before a little bit, but like the mom was like depressed because she was feeling disconnected with her son, but like they had a perfectly fine
They
relationship.
seem fine, yeah.
She was like taking him to the subway and they were going together and like they seemed very nice, and she was all sad because she felt she was disconnected with him and she was watching videos of when he was little. She's like, oh, I miss him being little and him loving me, but like again, he was like a sweet boy that still liked her.
Nothing has changed, like materially.
Yeah, I wish they had, like, had a fight about something. Like, something
Yeah.
that showed that they actually were not... Like,
Right.
they needed Lyle to step in and
Right.
and fix things.
Yeah, it really wouldn't have been that hard. Like, just for him to be like a little bit more rebellious or like not want her. Like,
Yeah.
it would not have
I
been
think
hard.
because he was not rebellious at all, too, that it's, like,
Right.
there was nothing for them to, like, butt heads on.
Yeah.
It's just like the big conflict and resolution is like she doesn't like to make sugary food anymore. And he resolves that and then they're like fine. Everything is fine.
I mean, sugar solves everything.
I
Ice
guess
cream?
so.
Ice cream solves everything.
Are you into ice cream now?
I do. I like ice cream now. Yeah, I know.
That's huge.
Just,
Yeah.
just like a vanilla or any flavor?
Vanilla's my favorite, which I know is like very boring. I don't like chocolate, but like
Okay.
I'm open to different things. I'm
Okay.
open to exploring.
What is your vanilla of choice?
What does that mean?
All
Like
the
brand?
There's so many different vanillas.
Oh.
There's French vanilla, there's
Oh.
vanilla bean, there's regular vanilla, there's home style vanilla. Whatever.
Like I know
There's-
there's
Oh.
a difference between those, but like could I tell you which is which?
I like vanilla bean. It has little black specks in it.
See, that's
Yeah.
my least favorite.
Oh.
I feel like the home style ones because they're just like thick and like
That or like the French, yeah, the like thicker like
Yeah.
French vanilla I prefer.
It has cookie dough in it too. That's a nice
Ooh,
added
I do like
bonus.
cookie dough.
You guys said that at the same time.
Okay, I have to go in 3 minutes, so should
Oh,
I
no.
speed run a few of my notes really quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us
And then
some thoughts.
I'll leave you with my notes, and
Okay.
if you can read them, they'll be a helpful guide.
Okay.
to thought. They are illegible. Okay. Like Megan. He's like Megan. When the kid is sad, he sings.
Yes.
Megan?
Megan like the robot doll.
Like the horror movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you not? Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
When
Do
the
you not-
kid is sad, she'll like sing a creepy lullaby.
Do you not? It's not a creepy lullaby. It's
Or, like,
titanium.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes, I do. Okay, I do remember this.
I was gonna tell the story about the time I fell out of Trence's moving car, but you were there, so maybe
I
you can
wasn't,
tell it
but
for
I don't
me.
remember why. Like how.
He thought I was like all the way in the car. I was not quite. I was fine, to be clear. It was totally fine, but it was very
really
funny. Jamal was
funny.
like, "You just rolled like a napkin."
Oh my gosh.
But you guys can get into that. We're all
Can
like
we?
editing. Shannon can like put a little spot in. My hoo-hoo, I was just gonna say that instead of Javier Bardem, who does do a good job, I could see like a Joe Exotic type, you know.
Oh, like a little bit more.
Like Tiger King would have like had this crocodile.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. More Floridian, I guess.
Coming from the Floridian.
Yeah, I want one of my own. One of my favorite quotes, why are they not giving him chicken milanese with a dash of salsa verde? And the dad responding, not all problems have a solution.
For reference, this is when he was in the zoo and they weren't feeding him chicken milanese in the zoo.
Yeah, that was like a big concern. My top dog was I went through a few, but maybe just the confusing sincerity of certain scenes balanced with the times that it just feels like they're joking. I couldn't tell the tone of the movie, but I kind of enjoyed that. Don't Stop the Music. My favorite moment was when they listened to Crocodile rock in the car.
Yes.
Which just felt so obvious that I was amazed it took them until the end to do that. And I would give this probably 1.5 out of 4 paws.
Okay.
Maybe 2.
Dang.
I don't think it was a very good movie. I have to go because I have to be somewhere in like half an hour. So I will entrust the rest of this to you. And I hope you guys have a great time.
Thank you.
Sorry I have to bounce.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so wait, what I don't remember where we were before.
Oh,
all
so, Boy was scared of things.
that. Boy was scared of things.
Found this crocodile.
Found the crocodile. Was not scared of things because he would take him dumpster diving in the middle of the night. Then
Naturally.
mom learns about Crocodile. He solves her problem by singing and being a chef
And being
making
her lover?
Yeah, it's just the sexual vibes. It's so like, and does like a full 180 on
Yes.
like her mood. That when the dad asks like, "Is there someone else?" It really is. She's either having an affair or a breakdown. I said when we were watching it, like something's going on. And I think that's when they tell the dad, and the dad's really not into it.
Because the crocodile's taking his spot in the family.
Yeah, and at some point, Javier Bardem comes back. And
It was like the same scene. Like they told the
Yes.
dad, and then he
Yes,
is like
yes.
freaking out and tries to hide them in a room. And then Javier just bursts into the house and then starts dancing with the crocodile. And he's like, "What?"
I have my contractually obligated 15 days a year or whatever. So he's living there again. And Lyle very quickly is like relatively okay with this. Like even though he was abandoned. Like they do a really interesting dance sequence.
Yeah, I was like, Lyle, come on, have some more self-respect. Like,
he has really, for like someone who's really trying to like help everyone be themselves and like, you know, whatever his purpose is, he really has no self-respect at all. Like he spends the whole time like people just tell him what to do and he's really sad.
oh,
Like
yeah,
I feel
that's
like
kinda true.
He really I think that was also my problem. He has very little like, it's hard to tell what he wants or what he's doing.
goodbye.
I always
That way.
Bye, I love you.
Like I don't know what he wants or what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like what is his goal in life?
Yeah, I don't know anyone's either. Also, like, in the beginning, when he's found by Josh and this other family, like, he pretends to be stuffed so that no one will talk to him, and then, like, then he runs away, and Josh, like, chases him down, but then he comes back and saves Josh, and then goes back to the house, and then again, like, he has these, like, a little few sequences where he runs away, but then he starts chasing people when they find him.
Yeah.
So, like, do you want to... It seems like you don't want to be found, then it seems like you do want to be found. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he wants either.
Him. But yeah, then I think he tries again, like, Javier Bardem at some point tries again to, like, get him to be... Oh yeah, we forgot the dad is now okay with him because they wrestled, and the dad was wrestling.
And also the dad was having, like, struggling being a teacher at this new school with the kids being crazy and stuff. And then the solution for that was like, oh, I found my love for wrestling again. Now I'm going to act like a wrestling coach with these high school students, and now they're all acting perfect. And I'm like, as a teacher, that is actually not how you should treat your students. And this doesn't feel like a solution.
No. And there was no really, like, logical, like, Lyle says, oh, like, here's the whistle. Picture of the students, or, like, talk to, like, do this.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Well, it's also weird because the way that the scene started was, like, feeling like Lyle was all of a sudden going to become, like, this bad guy that was going to, like, kill the dad so he could take his place. And he started being, like, all evil for, like, a second. You're like, oh, my God, what's going on? And then it was just him trying to get him to wrestle him. Which is very strange.
I don't know.
Like, again, like, kids' movie, like, are you trying... I know they never do anything too bad in kids' movies, so it's like, oh, were you trying to scare the kids a little bit? But then be like, no, because everything's good and he's a good guy.
I don't know. Nothing made sense.
No, nothing made sense. But I kind of enjoyed that about it.
Yeah.
But
it did. It was fun in, like, a random way. So many of the songs, like, he really just would kind of start singing. And his, like, like, auto-tuned, like, voice would just come from inside of him.
Yes.
And,
Yes. I think it's really fun to watch if you're watching with friends, and it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday, or any other silly occasion.
Yeah.
But, like, don't go and watch this by yourself in a serious setting.
No.
Please.
But yeah, so, like, Javier Bardem, like, tries to get him to sing again. It, like, doesn't really work because he's, like, too scared still. And then, like, it's a lot of, like, the 5 of them are just a family now. But on the side, Javier Bardem's, like, still trying to kind of be a showman. And at some point, like, the neighbor's so fed up that he is, like, gonna try to kick them out. And somehow he, like, basically blackmails, or, like, not really blackmails, but he's, like, he pays off Javier Bardem to call animal control.
Which made no sense, because why couldn't he just call animal control himself?
Right? Like, I don't know. I guess for tension and conflict.
No, like, yeah, obviously, but, like, in the plot that makes no sense.
But logically no sense.
But I feel like that was, like, a lot of the movie, though. It was like, oh, we're putting this in because it furthers the plot, even the ending, which we'll get to. But, for example, I have a clause in my contract that I can just stay for 15 days, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it helped with the plot of now Javier Bardem is living with them. Or, like, here, he had paid him off to call animal control, and it's like, why couldn't you just call himself? But again, helps with the plot. So, just a lot of things that are, like, maybe because it's a kid's movie and you think that kids aren't going to realize that this makes no sense and aren't going to think too much into it. But I'm a big supporter of kids' media should be just as good as adult media because we should be enriching their minds and teaching them real things and storytelling and good music and that kind of thing. So,
I would agree. And I feel like most, at least, makes sense. To some degree.
Most kids, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some more than others.
Not like that random in this one where it was like there's no other explanation other than this helps the plot. And then the ending, which we'll get to.
Yeah, so like he gets the police come and the police shoot him because they're like, sing Lyle, that'll get the police to go away.
Of course.
And he doesn't, so the police shoot him with a dart and put him in the zoo. And you were saying it did really remind us of the new Hunger Games. Where, like, she's in the zoo cage and they're, like, talking through the bars of the zoo.
Yeah, well, because then Josh and the parents go to visit him and they're, like, holding hands in the bars. And they weren't singing at that point, but again, just like the new Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But then the zookeeper's like, hey, no hands in the cage, blah, 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 blah.
So yeah, Lyle's sad. You know, he sings a sad song by himself at the zoo. I don't really remember what it was about. I think it was just about things are over now.
Would have been an awesome added little bonus if all the other crocodiles started in as backups, but fine, missed opportunity.
Even if they didn't, like, sing, just make a noise. You're like, do a little dance movement. Instead of just, like, Lyle sitting there singing. But
justice for the other crocodiles.
I think at some point, like, things are kind of back to, like, pre-Lyle energy. And then Javier Bardem shows back up and tries to get Josh to, like, free him. Because he feels really bad.
Well, also, and Javier Bardem's, like, hiding in his staircase. And this boy's 12 or something. And he also just goes to take out the trash by himself, unprompted. No 12-year-old ever would do that. And his parents are like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm taking out the trash. And then he goes and Javier Bardem's just like hiding under a staircase and he's like,
yeah, I forgot that there
sorry.
wasn't like a reason for him to take out. He just wanted to take out the trash. And they break him out, and then the police are after them. And Javier Bardem does some magic to like stop the police.
well, and they're like, the only way that we're gonna be able to like save him from the police is if we show the world that he's a singing crocodile. So Javier Bardem's like, you go, bring him to the show us what you've got finale, which is like America's Got Talent. And does the thing to distract him.
And Lyle rides in his little like sidecar motorcycle.
Oh, very important.
It's very important. And they go to the America's Got Talent type thing. And this girl that occasionally shows up who like maybe likes Josh, but maybe thinks he's weird, but like I can't really tell what the vibe is.
And Josh was watching her dance videos on Sweep. The app was called.
Sweep. Yes, Sweep.
Which I think is like TikTok, but they didn't have the license.
Yeah. So then they get Lyle on stage, and Josh starts singing the song, and it's rough.
So rough.
It's really rough. And Lyle finally steps in, I think, to put him out of his misery.
And everyone else.
And finally sings, and they do a little song. And then the dancers, like, come in to dance, but they really can't dance at all.
No, they literally, their version of dancing is just, like shaking their arms.
And this is, like, the championship, like, the finals of the show that somehow these kids have got.
And Javier as a magician couldn't even get past the first round of auditions.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they always do let the kids through a little farther than they should on those shows.
But like have some talent.
Yeah.
Also in casting, like you could have cast kids. There are so many kids that dance, and that would be so cute if they're doing like an actual dance number in the back of this crocodile. But instead they're just like shaking their arms because none of them can dance.
It's ridiculous. But then so he sings, and even the police are applauding. Then they're in court, and the dad and the
8
neighbor.
months later.
8 months later.
They left 8.
The dad and the neighbor are like both are the two lawyers, for some reason. And then, like, Javier Bardem has his special deed to the house that says any animal can live there.
Yes, well, that's what I was talking about again, with the whole just, like, and that's, like, the Deus Ex Machina.
Yes.
Like, there was no solution for this, because the court was like, yes, as much as we love Lyle, you can't have a crocodile living in a residence. And then all of a sudden, Javier Bardem bursts in out of nowhere and is like, but I had these papers that I found under the neighbor's bed. And he's like, oh, how'd he find them? And he's like, the papers say that he can have animals staying in the house. And then the judge is smiling because he's like, yay, now the crocodile can stay there. And it's like, what? This just literally came out of nowhere. They've never referenced these papers. Why would they have a document that says specifically the alligator or crocodile can live in the house?
Yeah. Yeah, and then he just lives there, and I think... like, maybe does shows sometimes, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't really seem to care about that. Lyle doesn't. They also, like, basically steal the cat from the neighbor.
Yeah!
And then they're going on a road trip vacation, and Lyle's going, which Lyle is allowed to be in the house, but legally I don't know that he's allowed to be other places.
Like at a resort.
I'm wondering how, like, when they check into the hotel, how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Or, like, on the beach.
I mean, but if they put him in Gators clothing, then apparently no one notices or cares.
Be a mascot. I think the like thought process was they think he was a mascot in like an outfit.
Oh,
but
interesting.
Not really.
Okay.
But he looks like
yeah, that'd be a really good costume.
Then it just kind of ends.
Well, also then Javier Bardem does not go with them on vacation, even though they're like a family now. But then the little dancer girl, goes up to Javier and is like, "This is my pet." What was his name again?
Something weird.
Yeah, something weird, and it was like a little snake.
Yeah.
And then he started singing, and then Javier's
like beatbox.
I'll be his agent, and now he's just agents for singing animals.
I guess. Yeah.
And then they go on vacation, and they play Crocodile Rock, as Shannon said. And all's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
And I don't know what the moral was.
Top dog. Did you have any quotes, moments?
Yes.
What were your favorite things?
My favorite quote was, so when Josh and his family get to the house and they meet the neighbor, and he's super like weird, and Josh had just like rattled off in the car like this statistic and this death and blah 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 blah, and he's like this nerdy boy, and then they meet the neighbor, and the neighbor is like, I don't want to you guys here or whatever, and then Josh just goes, amazing cat though, That was my favorite moment.
He was an amazing cat, though. Can we have a cat?
Yeah, and I was like, what? You're just talking about how you're gonna, like, get murdered in a city. This neighbor is so unneighborly. And you're like 12-year-old boy. Amazing cat, though. That's just like, what? That would not happen in real life. But
really,
it made me laugh.
his, fear of everything and his desire to have any sort of pet really don't mesh.
Yeah.
In, a character building sense.
I mean, nothing meshed in a character building sense.
Another quote I enjoyed was, I don't remember if it was when the mom or the dad was discovering Lyle, but Josh goes, he's not like that. He wears a scarf.
Yes, I had that one written down as well. He literally right here.
Yes. Yeah. So good. I think my favorite moments I wrote down, I really stopped after the first couple, but I wrote down a couple. The first meeting with Lyle, just this Cardi B song was really and then I think, that was kind of, and then the kid talking to Alexa, which Shannon also mentioned.
I liked the whole segment with the mom because I was like, because I wasn't really paying attention last time I watched it, and it was a bit ago, and then Shannon said, like, oh, apparently there's some tension with the mom and the crocodile. I'm like, haha, whatever. And then we're watching it, and it's like one thing after the next. He's like, she's putting frosting on his nose and then painting him naked, and I was like, what is this movie? But I liked it. It was funny, and I was trying to imagine it happening, like, because obviously he's not a real crocodile. No. So I was imagining her filming this, and I'm like, is she just dancing with the air?
I'm so curious. Did they have, obviously it was not Shawn Mendes, but did they have somebody in, a motion capture suit?
Yeah.
They probably had to have.
Yeah. Which is also really funny.
Yeah.
She's just dancing with this motion capture suit guy. Yeah, would love to see that.
What was your top dog of the movie?
What is that?
Just what made the movie for you, or it could be what broke the movie.
Okay.
What's the thing of the movie? I think it's just the randomly.
Yes, I think it's just the randomness in general for me.
Yeah.
Everything made no sense and was so random and was so silly, which again, like I said, it's only fun if you're watching with people randomly. But I liked how silly and crazy and outlandish it was.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I could have gone even farther. Yeah. With not necessarily the randomness of the plot and logic, but just things that happened, plot points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could have been crazier.
Yes, definitely. You could have actually slept with the mom. Just kidding. It's a good show, maybe. Yeah, no, but I think the randomness I loved, and I did really like Javier Bardem, and I liked that the Fleabag guy was in that. So random.
Yeah. So now on to perspective.
Okay.
You had seen this before. Did your opinions change at all this time around?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I realized how unhinged it was before. Yeah. Like I said, the mom thing I didn't realize. Also, the bath. He's always in the bath, and then he's in the bath with Javier Bardem. I'm like, there's a lot of weird.
When he's a child.
Yeah. It's so strange. Yeah. So I don't think I realized how unhinged it was before. I was like, oh, this is such a cute little kid's movie with musicals and singing and blah blah, but it is so strange. Yeah, I think that was my take in. Obviously the kids did not get any of that and any of the nuances, so watching it with kids who were just laughing about a little alligator singing, and then watching it with adults who were what why is he in love with the mom, why is he taking the dad's spot, why. So many questions.
So many questions. I mean, I hadn't seen it before, so I think my expectations of it were just the general meme of it all, and that it wasn't very good. And I think, yeah.
It's funny because when I watched it with the kids I was babysitting, the dad really hyped this movie up.
Really?
Before babysitting, he was like, oh yeah, you guys can watch a movie. You should watch Lyle. He's like, have you seen Lyle, Crocodile? And I was like, no, I haven't. And he's like, oh my god, you would love it. It's adorable musical. You have to watch. Girls, show Taylor Lyle, Crocodile. I'm like, why?
I wonder if that's their family. They watch it all the time. I mean, I feel like we had movies as kids, me and my sister, that we watched all the time that weren't good.
That's true. That's interesting that would be, I guess it's just not our time, but it's interesting to me that would be a classic watch all the time movie. Yeah. Because it doesn't feel good enough for that.
I mean, me and my sister were watching Alvin and the Chipmunks all the time.
But Alvin and the Chipmunks is a classic.
That's what, I mean, that was something that I was thinking about is I think I think especially because recently we watched Paddington, that I think there's such a like time period specificity of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like it's so like 2000s. Like it feels just like a time
the
piece
outfits
now. Yeah. And then I think like Paddington, there's like kind of a timelessness to it because they don't do technology at all. And like I think it's just a very kind of cute, wholesome Britishy vibe is what they're going for. But there's not like a. I think because we're so close to when it came out that any like references were like, what the heck? But maybe in like 15, 20 years, if we watched it again, to be like, that Cardi B song, remember that? Like,
yeah.
Like, I think that some of the moments and songs might feel like that. Or like the talking to Alexa, or like.
Yeah, but like, yes.
Or like all the TikTok stuff.
Yes, but it was like trying to be current and modern, but it could have gone further.
Yeah.
Farther. My dad always gets upset if I use the wrong version of that word. Yeah, like sure, there was like an Alexa moment once. They used phone tracking to see where he was, like the TikTok thing, but like they could, if they wanted to go that route of like technology, phone, social media, Alexa, like they could have gone so much further.
Yeah, but I think that would have been annoying now. Like maybe at the time probably still would have felt. Things just are so like trends and stuff change so fast these days.
Yeah.
That anything that places you in a specific time, you're like, by the time the movie comes out, it already feels so outdated.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm curious if we were to watch this way down the line, if that would feel less.
Yeah. Well, it's weird though also because I feel like if you take all of that technology stuff out of it.
It's the same. There's not.
Yeah, and it almost feels like old and like it feels like an older time period. If you think about like even like the design of the house, like the kitchen, that kind of like colorful wallpaper, or not color, like floral wallpaper and things, like it feels like almost 70s vibe or something.
Yeah. And even like at least a little bit farther back, because like the America's Got Talent, it's going on now, but I feel like those like American Idol, America's Got Talent was such a 2010 to 2015 maybe thing,
right?
Maybe even earlier. Because we've been trying to figure out what the American Paddington is, and we decided it was Elf is the exact same plot as Paddington. And I think this is an interesting American Paddington of animal coming into the family. But of course, this would be more about like, an American dream story and like exploiting a child/animal.
Right, yeah.
Like in Paddington, they're very much like, this is a cute bear, let's feed him tea. Not like, let's put him on TV and get money out of him.
Yeah. That is true. They're like, oh, talking bear, but no one really tries to like.
No, they're truly just like hanging out. Yeah, if it was an American movie, everyone would be like, he needs like to be on. He needs a TV show. He needs to star in a sitcom or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's making me think of. I can't figure out what it is. There are totally some movies where it's like an animal that's weird, and then they try to get him in the circus, and then he's sad, and then But I can't think of.
There's, I feel like a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it is more of like an American, like plot line. I feel like.
Huh.
Interesting.
Because yes, capitalism. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Music. Don't stop the music. Any specific other song thoughts that we haven't talked about?
Well, I do love Pasek and Paul. So like,
yeah.
I love that.
I think I was just thinking it's a weird, the like pacing of the songs.
Yes.
Is strange.
Yes.
And the like mix of original versus sometimes he sings a real song.
Yeah. And then coming back to certain songs.
Yeah.
And the not, especially like the Take a Look at Us Now.
Yeah.
But sometimes coming back to certain songs. Then the one that's really strange is the mom's watching the videos of Josh as a kid when she's upset that he's grown up, but also, again, they don't have any problem between them. He literally is just older because that's what happens.
And there's not even like I think because of that, it established that she had been like his mom for a long time. Like he calls her mom. There's no like, oh, like she's the new stepmom. Like he doesn't see her as his mom.
Right.
It's
no.
Like, no.
Well, she also like his mom died when he was 2. Like,
yeah. Like I think if there was more like just any conflict between them.
Right. So she's watching this video and the song is playing in the background. Do you remember what song it was?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, a song. And then Lyle is like watching from a distance and then later sings it back to her.
He was watching through the vents.
Yeah, creepy.
He was like trying to like reassure her, like, I'm a nice guy. But singing the song that he saw when he was watching through the vents doesn't convey that to me.
But also she didn't have like a scared or weird reaction to it. She's like, that's
like,
nice.
Oh, wow, he's saying.
Yeah, which is also very strange. And I think it's because they have sexual tension and he's like watching her from afar, which is that word. Anyway, I can't remember what it's called.
I think it's
voyeurism.
Voyeurism. Yeah, there is a little bit of that. I think the part where he's sad singing in Crocodile Jail in the zoo, where it's slow-mo montages of what we saw 20 minutes ago with him and the kid.
Yeah!
Something about that, too, was really funny to me. I think because it was slowed down.
Yeah, no, the montages were
and,
crazy.
like, the shots they picked, too, weren't even, like, the most, like, meaningful, like, relationship moments. It was just, like, a random shot.
Right.
Yeah. Are there any songs that you wish Lyle had sung?
Well, I do think he should have sung a Shawn Mendes song.
Yeah, I think so too.
If they were gonna go so hard with the like Shawn Mendes is Lyle, then
Shawn
Mendes
one. Is Lyle the Crocodile. It just was I remember that being like the big sell.
That's so funny. I actually don't remember when this came out and the like press for it. So it's interesting that you guys know.
I just remember that. I just remember everyone being like, okay, Shawn Mendes is the Crocodile. Like, weird, but sure.
Well, it should have been one of his songs when he first gets found. Like, that would have been fun. You're like...
I feel like a similar, I guess, going into who, would you want to recast anyone? I feel like you either got to go the, like, superstar power route for some of these roles, or singing and let them sing more.
Yeah.
Like, the people that I had written down who I could have recast of, like, bigger stars / singers. Mm-hmm. I mean, Hugh Jackman we mentioned. Yeah. He just has a similar energy. I think Javier Bardem gets the weirdness of that guy, of his character better. Mm-hmm. But it was a very, like, Hugh Jackman and Greatest Showman.
Oh, it was so, I was like, this should be Hugh Jackman. But I did really like Javier Bardem in it. And I do think he gets the weirdness and,
I think I thought for the mom, Philippa Sue.
Ooh,
would have been good.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Because she sings, but has a similar, I think, could have a similar energy. And then I thought the dad, Adam Scott, has a similar, like, slightly more neurotic than that dad, and a little bit more personality. Doesn't sing.
Interesting.
But just somebody that I know.
I would like him too much, though.
Yeah,
I feel like you're supposed to not really like, or like feel very neutral on the dad.
I feel like the dad, maybe it's I just don't know that actor. But he
did nothing. He did nothing with the part. No, I agree. I think the dad is the person I would recast.
Yeah.
For sure. Because also that's like the main plot line almost for half of the movie is like this problem with the dad and this tension with the dad, but it really, like, he adds nothing. Yeah. There's no tension, and you also don't really care that he's not with the family because he kind of is boring and lame.
I also thought that the kid could have been, like, I think it was a little too late, but I'm imagining the one kid from Stranger Things who's kind of that energy.
Oh, yeah,
Dustin.
Yeah.
He was too old at this point, but I thought somebody that I at least would recognize and, again, could sing.
Yeah.
Would be...
Well, I like Anthony. I don't remember his last name, but he's like the cute little boy. He's in falsettos in the movie and things, and he's like this cute little musical theater boy, and he's adorable, and like also has this really nice voice, and I think he could have been really good for that part.
Who would be more interesting as Lyle?
Lyle.
I think Shawn Mendes is just an interesting, a weird pick.
I would say pick a musical theater singer.
Pick a musical theater singer, or like an even bigger, like more. Like Beyonce. Justin Bieber.
Oh, I could see Justin Bieber as Lyle.
Or like, that's really the only one I could think of that would be slightly just more of Shawn Mendes is just random. It's so random.
It is very random. It's like, I think I would want like a musical theater, but a big musical theater one that like people would know even if they're not musical theater people. So I'm trying to think of
Miranda.
Oh my God, yes, yes.
I don't think that would be good, but I mean it would be good in a certain way.
Well, you know, if he had written the music for it, he
I
would have
kind of
put
want
himself
that.
in as the part.
I kind of want that version of this movie where it's Lin-Manuel Miranda playing Lyle,
and then he starts
and, like,
rapping, obviously,
rapping about New York and.
I'm a crocodile.
The crocodile culture.
I'm a crocodile. The streets of New York are vile, but I get my food in dumpsters. With all of these youngsters.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That's actually the movie I want to see.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask, my two questions are, if you were to put Lyle into a different genre, or like, I guess that's almost different genre, but like I would want to see him in like
a different animal?
I mean, or a different animal. What other animal would you want to see sing instead of a crocodile? And then the other question is, what other like genre, or like if you were to do kind of like a spin-off of like, I think Lyle as a New York City like gangster and he's the muscle is really interesting. Or like a sports movie and he's an actual wrestler.
Oh.
And it's kind of like Air Bud energy of like the animal is an athlete.
Oh, I like it. Well, I feel like the scare factor is kind of important because otherwise it was just like cute. People wouldn't be running away.
Yeah. There's nothing like, because I feel like a different energy of scary, like a lion or something. It's like there's still the kind of like creepy, crawly scaliness of an alligator, but you couldn't do like, I feel like Big Shark has a similar energy, but they can't go on land.
I would like an elephant. But they're not as scary. They're actually very nice and they're vegetarian. Yeah. But I mean, someone would be scared probably if they saw an elephant because they're big. But like, if he was best friends with a singing elephant, how cute would that be?
That'd be so cute. Have you seen Sing?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
The singing elephant.
Exactly. Yes.
Train. There was a train, but I do wish Lyle went on the train.
You're so right. Yes, that was. But like on the top. Like
on the top, or like I mean, let him go in the sewers. Let him explore. Like,
right.
Let him do.
But all they do is just go to the dumpster.
I know they only go to the dumpster and they go on the same rooftop. And then like let him do a little bit more New York.
Yeah.
Like go on the subway. Go. I don't know. Let him go in Times Square. I mean that's like cliche New York.
Climb the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Let him dress up as the Statue of Liberty in Times Square and people want to take pictures with him.
Yes, adorable. I love it. And then
in Times Square, people would want to take pictures of like he's dressed up.
Right, they would really think he was mascot.
Yeah. There's a lot that they could have utilized that they did not.
Totally. How many
paws are we rating it out of 4?
I would say I'm a little higher than Shannon. I would say 2.5 because I thought it was really fun and I enjoyed it.
I think I'm going with 2.
Okay.
I think I'm a 2.
Nice middle ground.
Yeah. But I think it was kind of fun and silly. It wasn't like, at least it was to some extent well done and watchable.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of movies, I mean, even ones we've watched, I'm like, that was so difficult to sit through. This at least was kind of a fun, silly time.
Yes, exactly. Like, was it a quality movie? No. Was it even a quality children's movie? No. But did I have fun? Yeah.
Okay, well now, yay or nay. Let's hear your trivia questions.
Oh, get ready. You didn't see the answer.
No, I did not.
Okay, trivia question number 1. How much did Shawn Mendes get paid for this movie?
Oh, God.
To be the voice of a crocodile.
I mean, clearly too much for him, definitely not even being on set. I'm gonna guess like $1 million.
2 million.
That's stupid.
Right? Just sing like a few songs from a voice recording.
Stupid. All he had to do was go into the studio for like a day, probably.
Literally $2 million. Insane. And for what? For why? So they can say Shawn Mendes is Lyle.
Because he didn't even like, if he talked, like let the crocodile talk other times and not only sing. Like he really only like Shawn Mendes was in like 4 scenes.
Yeah, no, literally. No, he probably could have recorded it all in a day if he really wanted to. $2 million.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, question number 2. Why did they use a CGI cat and not a real cat?
I assume that there were like the stunt elements of it, of like, getting swallowed, like having like certain like facial expressions.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty, like, accurate. It said, like, mostly for the exaggerated comedic movements. But I feel like there weren't that many, and they weren't that comedic. So I don't think it was, and it just made me more uncomfortable and upset that it was a fake cat.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
At least they were consistent with the CG animals. There was something, I can't remember what we watched, where it was like some animals were CG and some were not.
That is true.
And that feels weird.
That is, that is weird too. So I could see that. That's fair. But I just didn't like the body, especially in that one scene in the attic where it looked like a little worm. It bothered me. Anyway, what year did the book Lyle Crocodile come out?
Oh, I think it's like the 70s. It's definitely like 50 years ago-ish.
Okay, you're close. It was 1965.
Oh, that's older than I thought. Have you read the books?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're about.
Now I'm curious. Now I'm like, are the books really good? Because why did they just make a movie?
I'm so interested how much of the books.
Yeah.
Like, I really, like, is Lyle, I guess he must be a singer in the books.
Right, and how do they convey that through book writing?
I'm so curious.
Yeah. That also kind of brings it back to my point of, like, the time period of the movie. It did kind of feel like 1965, but they had phones.
And Alexa.
Yeah, and Alexa. Okay, next. What is the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
I think one of them is saltwater and one of them is freshwater.
And like, how can you tell the difference by looking
and I
at
know them? one is maybe bigger, and I think it's crocodiles have a pointier nose and are slightly smaller, and I don't know if they're either saltwater or freshwater, maybe.
So I actually didn't look up the second part. I don't know about the saltwater versus freshwater thing, so we can look into that.
I'm so curious.
But yes, the snout. Crocodiles have like a V-shaped snout, and alligators have a U-shaped snout. And how many teeth are showing when their mouth is closed?
Oh, interesting.
So alligators only show their top teeth when their mouth is closed, whereas crocodiles show both top and bottom teeth.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know.
I know, right? Really important fact.
Are they smaller, or am I imagining that? Did you say that? And
that one I also was not in my research. It was mainly about
why
the snout and the teeth.
Why I'm thinking
but
they're
maybe.
smaller.
I mean, yeah, I also know, like, just from knowledge and common sense, that alligators are more dangerous than crocodiles. Okay, and then the last one is it actually possible to have clauses in your house contract that says that the person before can stay there?
I don't think so. You definitely can't without disclosing that. Like this movie. But I don't think so.
So, not like in the movie necessarily, but there is a clause called the rent back or the lease back that people have a lot of times in their contract, which is where the seller can stay in the house after he's sold it, after the other people have bought it, and pay rent to the buyers. So, like, for example, if you close your house and you're not ready to move out yet, you can, like, there's a clause in a lot of them where you can rent your room from the buyers.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So, it's not exactly like the movie.
I mean,
but it's
and
not
you have to rent it.
completely-
You can't just live there
Right, for
rent-free
free,
randomly for 2 weeks out of the year.
Yeah. And it's also usually, like, right after you've sold it, and that's why you, like, still need to be there because you're looking for a new house or whatever.
Huh. Yeah. Well, those were some great facts.
Thank you very much.
Sharing. Grand finale. Any final thoughts? Anything that you want to promote for yourself? I feel like that happens on podcasts. Anything to say?
well, I'll loop it all in together, I guess. Final thoughts are that I think that they could have done better. It was super fun. They could have done better, and I think we need to really work on upping the quality of kids' cinema and arts. And, like, even the songs could have been better and things like that. That would have, taught the kids more about, like, storytelling and quality.
And I think not even necessarily for, like, the sake of, I feel like sometimes it's, like, for the sake of the adults that'll also have to watch this.
Right.
It's, like, for the kids should also have good
Exactly.
media.
Which brings me to my promotion, that is exactly what I try to do. So, the kids show that I direct and produce called Baby Rock is a bilingual children's musical, but it's rock music for babies. So it's, we're trying to teach them about, again, high quality music.
Yeah.
Not just like ABCs. And although that is obviously important too for learning. But yes, we've been touring it around the country and the world. So look out for it near you. And yeah, that is all I have to say.
Yeah, do we recommend this movie? I think we recommend if you're watching it with your friends for a silly, fun time, maybe. but not necessarily as like a good movie. I think there are also better kids movies to have your kids watch.
Yeah, you could maybe play like a fun drinking game to the movie. Yeah. We didn't, but like
you could like come at 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
Drink every time Shawn Mendes' voice comes out of nowhere, or every time the mom and the crocodile have sexual tension. Something like that.
Hello, it is Editing Sydney with a very special guest. It's Dora. Look, she's out and about. She's out and about. No, please don't run. No! Well, it was Dora. I'm here to announce that next episode's movie will be... Dora, give me a drum roll. Free Birds. Is it Free Bird? Free Birds? Free Birds. It is the only movie that showed up when we searched Thanksgiving animal movie. It's from 2013. Shannon and I both remember seeing the trailers, but neither of us have seen the movie. I believe the turkeys like travel back in time. It will be a journey for all of us. It will be out around Thanksgiving before we move into the rest of the holiday season. All right, get ready.
Well, yeah, we usually close out by doing the animal sound, but crocodiles don't really make a sound. So I guess we could do the little la 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 he does.
Okay.
The meme la la la. He goes like la 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 la.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. La 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 la.
I just remember all of the like, just that clip going around of people being like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I think because it comes out of the baby crocodile too. Awful.
Yes. And they could have had a cute little baby voice for the baby crocodile. Anyway, thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yes. Have a good day.
Bye.